Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Fred.
This is Real Talk with George and Frazier. What's going on, family?
Not much, fam. Just
Yeah, man. I can definitely dig it. Definitely dig it. We had a little 2 week hiatus here off with kids getting
yeah.
ready for school, everything happening. We had some personal things that we had to deal with, and we definitely took care of those. And now we're back. So let's catch up,
Yeah.
Frazier. Did you watch the UFC this weekend? Did you what you been doing, man, for the
And
last
I
2 weeks?
watched UFC. I watched the Jake Paul fight with they going back for who knocked who out. It's so funny. I'll tell you that fight to me was a big hoax. I'm gonna tell you why. They counted punches that shouldn't have been counted. Punches landed was good land punches. And I don't care what nobody say. If he should do it. Tell him take out that middle row in the ropes and leave it blank like old school days.
That's
And
not
watch
gonna
Jake
happen.
Paul fall through that rope. Cause that thing literally saved this man's life. He was knocked through the rope, George. It's like a movie. The guy stumbling back, fall through the ropes, like one of the end of a great movie, like the high of the movie, like I work hard for it, and you get knocked through the ropes. Yeah, remind me of that. Yeah, he
Well,
come.
look, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? The thing about that fight that bothered me was they're promoting this kid as a boxer. I don't have any problem with that, except his record. He never boxed anybody. He's
Yeah,
not fought any boxers. Okay, so that's like me saying, hey, I'm an MMA fighter, but every fight that I'm fighting somebody who is not an MMA fighter. Okay,
pretty
for the
much.
money that was being paid by both of these fighters in pay per view, right? I know that there are some straight killers out there who are looking for a chance at cruiserweight. Killers, okay, who would take a fight for $50,000 as long as they got to keep their sponsorship money. Straight
Well,
killers.
I ain't gonna
And
lie. $50,000 still not enough. It's not enough.
no. Because the thing about it, let me finish, phrase. The thing about it is, it's not the fact that it being enough. It's the fact that they getting that exposure. Because
True.
that particular fight will take them on to something else. Right now, you got guys in boxing between with a record of 1-0 to 7-0 that are still only getting $500 to $1,500 a fight, if that. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
That's straight
yeah,
fight money. So you
yeah. You
got a
right.
guy that came in from MMA getting 2 million. You got another kid who's never boxed anybody in his life. He's only been fighting MMA fighters and some YouTubers, and all of a sudden he's getting $2 million. Come on, man! And then he's sitting
Yeah.
there talking about some. He's a fighter. He's not a boxer. He hasn't boxed anybody that boxed.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, but I ain't gonna lie, George. He paid me $20 million. I'll knock him out for free. $20 million. I would knock this man out myself. 20 million. I will give me out of retirement, George. $20 million, guaranteed money. I will get what he asked for. And
Nah,
it's
he's never gonna do that.
guaranteed. Win or lose, ain't no. That's $20 million up front. You give me $20 up front.
It'll never
So
happen, Frage. Look,
I
let me
know
tell you
won't.
something. This his whole boxing and promoting team and everybody managers, they know. The moment that this guy gets in with a boxer and he loses, all that hype, everything he had, all the money that he was making is gone. So I can guarantee you, I told my son this when he was talking about the Jake Paul fight. I said, look at here, let me tell you. I told him the same thing I told you. I said, but in the event, if Jake Paul doesn't fight a boxer in his next fight, it's over for him. I don't
Yeah,
care if he goes and fights celebrities, MMA fighters, kickboxers, whoever want to fight. But if and let that be his thing, okay? But he's never gonna fight a real boxer, with this, that, and the third. Because look, a real boxer, like I said, somebody who's been putting in the work, especially at cruiserweight, is gonna tune him up. He needs to go to even light heavyweight, like about 85, 89 rounds. He can't fight at 200. He definitely can't fight at 200. If not lower. Like even I would even say somewhere around 74 or 79, light heavyweight for him, because it's not going to work. From what I saw, the way he's punching, the way he's moving, the way he's off balance with the combinations, I'm just like, nah. I hate to say it, but he should even go to amateurs first before he really gets into a professional ring. But since he made that jump, he now got to deal with it. So
yep.
yeah, man, I don't
George,
even see it.
hey, right. We gotta finish part two after, I guess, because Paul, we gotta get part two of this because I ain't done with Paul yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw. Oh yeah. By the way, listen, folks, we got. She's back on our show, Mrs. Veronique Pierre,
Pierre,
Perry,
Pierre,
Perry, right?
Pierre, yeah, Pierre, or Pierre.
Veronique Perry, right? Hold on. Let's
I mean,
ask her.
you gotta
Wait, hold
torture,
on, man.
you gotta torture the name and stuff, man. She come like Janet Jackson on the side with a hat on,
Hey,
over here, man. Come on, man.
I'm
Sorry.
digging it. Wait, hold on. I'm
Sorry.
digging it. I do apologize. I was trying to pronounce the name properly. Miss Veronique Perry, right?
Pierre.
I see.
Pierre.
Pierre. All right, George. All right.
You was right, phrase. You was right. Welcome to the show again. Thanks for being back on. Greatly appreciate you. And yes, we love the hat, the whole look, everything.
Oh yeah, the hat, right.
No doubt. No doubt. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm really good. What about you guys? How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing good. I'm doing pretty good, George. How you doing, George?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
I always try to ask sometimes. She had what she had first, though, George.
I got you, phrase. Let her talk now. It's her turn. Her time now. It's with her. So tell us about this new book. Women are the most important thing in the whole world is what I got from the title.
No. What did you guys have today? Whatever you guys want, I need to have it. No, it's called The Strongest Woman in the World Is You.
That's right.
The strongest woman in the world is you.
Yeah, there we go. Bang the camera so we can see everybody can see it. Right there you go. There we go. Now we see it.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's on all platforms, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles.
It's on Amazon right now, just Amazon.
I'm sorry. Okay, good. Are we also doing an audio book with that, or would you actually have to take time and read it?
You actually have to take time to read it because it's like a journal. So I would like you to go in and just do the different activities inside the book.
Okay.
Nice.
So what was the inspiration for this book?
I don't know if you recall the last time that was on this the show. It's basically all about mental health. It's a 21-day guide to basically help you help you cope with depression and anxiety. So it's different activities that you would partake in. So it's a really good guide. So I hope did you guys get a chance to purchase the book or review the book or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm being honest. No, not yet. But I will. I absolutely
definitely support me and purchase the book. But yeah,
we buy the book. We want a signed copy. I'm seeing for a signed copy. So I'll tell you right now. So
yes, I'm actually having a book launch party the end of the month, the 25th of September. So you definitely guys can get a signed copy there. So definitely come out and support me. I would definitely appreciate it.
Well, definitely.
Okay, where's the location for the book signing?
It's gonna be at Crispy Restaurant and Bar in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Joe, you got to fly.
I'm sorry?
Joe's got to fly.
Oh, he has to fly? Oh, you're not from Florida? You're from a different state?
Georgia,
yes, I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I'm in Florida.
Yeah.
How is it in New Jersey? Is it hot like Florida or?
Oh, no. It's a cool 72 degrees.
Oh, wow.
He's bragging now. He's bragging. Don't worry. When the winter time come, I get to brag. Don't worry. Get support now.
That's true, Fraser. That's true. When you see me down here with the tank top on, you know we got snow. So, I'm just soaking it up now. But past that, back to your book.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's done, and I'm glad that you're actually putting it out there. What's been the reception now that the book has been out there for you? Has it been taking off? Has the hype been there? I mean, how are people receiving it?
The hype has actually been there. I've been getting a lot of good feedbacks in regards to the book. A couple of people actually want me to go back and write another book. I'm like, I'm still in the awe moment of this first book. So it's only been 2 months, almost 2 months, going on 2 months. So it's just, I'm getting a lot of feedback about it. So I'm just excited. I'm actually getting people because I'm not a psychiatrist and I'm not a psychologist, but I'm getting feedback from people that are actually in the field. And they're telling like, wow, this is a really good book for someone who's not in the field. This is something that can actually, you should take it to the next level. You should have like, different type of ways to help people that are actually going through depression, that's going through anxiety. So this is something like a good guide to help them with. So I'm getting a pretty good feedback about it.
Nice.
Good. And real quick, just for the listeners that didn't see our last episode, could you tell them a little bit about your background? Because I know we just got in, we started talking to you, just sat in the car, and everybody's like, "But wait, hold on, who is this?"
With a hat, George. It was a hat that did it for me, George.
The hat that did it for you, Fraser.
Definitely, yes. Basically, I've been through depression after my divorce. After my divorce, I had my son, my third child, and I had postpartum depression, and I was really in a dark place. And I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be whole for my kids. So I started doing things. The first thing I did was to get back closer to God. I started, participating in the church, in the children's ministry, the auctions, whatever the church activities I started participating with. The church started being surrounded around church family, like-minded people. And then once I was able to do that, get my spiritual, maintenance up, then I started doing other activities, writing a journal. I love to dancing, getting back into the hobbies that I love to do, which is dancing, traveling, which is another thing that I love to do, is traveling, drawing. I started doing, and then now I'm back, I'm doing exercising, which if you don't like to work out, you have to be mentally prepared to work out. So I started doing exercise, started doing different type of activities, that would actually help me boost myself up and, help me deal with my depression and anxiety. So I was like, hey, this is something that can, help someone else too. So let me actually put it in a book, and then let me actually see, if this is something. And it's actually a really good book. And I'm really proud of myself. And, I just, hope that it's something that can help someone else as well that went through the same process, or that's going through the same process, so it can help them overcome that process.
Yeah, right. I can definitely concur with that, because being an author myself, I know that sometimes the best experiences are the life experiences that you put out there. You know what I mean? Because
Amen.
It's not only just the blueprint. People be like, no, he went through that. He understands that. It's just that and the third. Because a lot of times if you're talking to a professional, the professional gives you the professionalism of it. Oh, you ask them a question and they'll be like, oh, well, how do you feel? No, I was asking you the question. Don't throw it back on me. But when you have somebody that's run through it and been through it, it's just like the story is more authentic. Because for me, I've always been like, I know that one person that did it. And as long as I know that one person that did it, I can do it. You see what I mean? And that just fares more, as far as I'm concerned, than just a psychologist writing a book.
That's true. You're right. You're right. Especially too. And you brought a good point on too. Postpartum is very serious now, especially among women with the age of 20 to 35. They're saying new stats, and especially after the first baby to the third baby, it's very serious because relationship issues happen, family issues happen, a lot of events occur during that period. Like, what are some of the things that helped you? Tips? Because I know church is one, spiritual is one. But what are some other things that help you get organized, you to get that mental state back? Because church is a part of it. What's the other part of the maintenance you had to do? Because I know some people go through, like, I don't feel like getting up in the morning. I don't feel like being myself. And you lose track of a lot of yourself. Like, how do you gain a lot of yourself back after that?
With me, one of the things, my family was a big help. I love to get dressed up. I love to go out. I'm like a people person. I'm very social. So actually my cousin, who actually is in the field, she came to my house and she looked at me. She's like, this isn't you. She's like, you're going through depression. And then she's like, you know what, let's do this. She's like, get dressed up. I'm going to take you somewhere that I know you're going to love. She took me to Home Goods. She was like, let's go to Home Goods. And then we went to Home Goods. I'm like, yes, I could decorate my house. And she's like, let's go to Home Goods. And little stuff like that, getting someone to actually pull you out of that pit. And then you started doing things that you love doing, like redecorating your home. Another thing that's very, passionate to me, I love to reach back and help people. So I do a lot of things around the community, as far as feeding the homeless, I go out to the nursing homes. I go to the juvenile centers. I do a lot of things around the community. So things like that, it helps me as well. When you're going through stuff, when you're helping other people, that also changes your mood as well. And it also helps you to become a better person as well, because you're pulling someone else out of the pit. And then that's also increasing your momentum. And so you're being better as well. So I hope that makes sense to you.
Yes, plenty. It helps a lot too, because I see a lot of people don't understand how a support staff, a support group can help you through most of the things you go through. Anything loss or family member, anything like support cast is very helpful, even through recovery and medical. If you go to a hospital, majority of people who pass away quick don't have anybody.
That's right.
They had no support staff. Nobody
That's
say
right.
you gotta live for something or you gotta be there for something. And I know during depression, you go in depression with illnesses and stuff, it's worse than if you go to depression when you're healthy. You see what I'm saying? Especially postpartum or medical things happen. And one of the things I noticed too that I will ask you about, what about doing like a workshop? Because since you've been through so much, and like a lot of people went through like that pit, like since your new book came out, you use that as a reference. Maybe like a workshop and have a lot of people come in, men and women, because men go through postpartum too. They don't, they're not neglected too. They're crazy. Hey.
Well, let me ask you, Fred, real quick. Is it postpartum or separation anxiety? Because I know that being a father, the thing that with me and my wife was, I'm like, she's all into the kids right now. I'm over here lonely. I'm working. I'm doing all this stuff. I only see her on this, that, and the third. And I get it. She's supposed to do that. But I still felt some kind of way. So I wouldn't say I was depressed. I was just lonely.
Well,
do you find that with other men too, Veronique, that you encountered?
Men with girls. The first girl. Let me ask a question though. Because I know most men with girls, and women get jealous because the men tend to attach to the baby girls a lot more as baby than they do the wives.
That's true.
Girlfriends.
Definitely true.
And the girlfriends feel like, why you been time my baby? Why you see this? And they feel jealousy toward that also. That also part of postpartum. Is it or is it not? Or that's something totally.
Well, what do you think? And we know that you're not an expert.
As a woman, what do you think about that?
This is just what happened to us.
I'm not licensed in that. I'm not licensed in that area, but I kind of agree with George. I think it's kind of separation anxiety because with my ex-husband, when I had my son, and that was like our third child, the first two was girls, and the last one was a son. He was jealous because I gave all the attention to my son, and he was a bit jealous. He's like, you're giving him all the attention. You want to spend time with him all the time. So he was kind of felt like my son was basically taking me away from him. So he was a little bit jealous. So he was like, okay, now I'm, the son's on the bed and I don't get to sleep with you anymore. I don't get to, cuddle with you. Like you're spending all the time with our son. So I guess that separation, I kind of agree. It probably was a separation anxiety or it probably was postpartum depression. That's, again, I'm not licensed in areas. So I don't want to give the wrong diagnosis to say what it is, but I think it was probably anxiety, separation from anxiety as well. But I do actually have a workshop. It's called the Roses Women Support Group. The maximum I could do is 6 women per month. I did postpone it because I have so much going on. I have the book. I also have the t-shirt line that I have Jesus Plus Therapy that I'm promoting. And then it's just a lot of things that I were doing in the community. So I had to postpone it. But I am going to try to pick that up once I'm done with my book party. Then I'm going to pick that back up and start doing the support group all over again.
Nice. So where can we find the t-shirt line, Jesus Plus Therapy? Is there a URL website that we can go to?
You actually would have to DM me or inbox me right now. I don't have a website as of yet because I've been doing it locally. Some outside of the state, but mostly local sell. And I am setting up the website. I'm getting together with someone actually this week to actually have the website set up. So therefore they can take care of that for me because I'm getting a lot of orders for that as well. But it's just right now, just inbox me your size, and then I have Cash App, I have Zelle, and I have, other ways that you can submit payment as well.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So
right, nice.
Okay, I got one question. The marketing part of it. Since you're so busy, like, do you find it harder to market your book the way you really want to market it? Because you're doing so much things going through. I know marketing, George is very for this. When you market a book, it's a lot different. Market a show or marketing anything else. So how do you deal with that? You have a staff that helps you out, or
It's all by myself. So pray to God send me help. I'm getting help, but it's not fast enough. It's not enough. But I'm a one-woman army, and trust me, I feel that I can reach my horizon could be a lot, I can expand a lot more. If I had the team, if I had the support, but since it's just me, I do as much as I can so I won't be drained and mentally exhausted. So I try to do as much as marketing as I can on social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, sometimes LinkedIn. What else did I use? Any other, platform that I have access to, I try to market as much as I can, but I definitely want help. So I definitely want a team. So I'm praying for God to send me genuine people to help me out, because people are like, you need to keep marketing. You keep, I'm doing the best I can. I'm not trying to kill myself. So
Exactly.
I'm looking at my phone. I'm not ignoring you, because ironically, we had a guest on who does book promotion.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
And she's the truth. When I tell you she's the truth, she's definitely doing her thing. I want to get you her name right now, or I'll send it to you via email. Since you're praying for help, sometimes God just sends that just the way that you need it. So I want to put you two together.
So we family. We all look out for each other.
Yes, thank you.
So
I definitely need the help. So
why you try the hat? You should try the hat too. I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm throwing it out there now. The hat match shirt.
I didn't have time to do my lashes. So
oh, you know what?
No, it's not you. You know what it is?
You don't understand the crisis when you don't get a tape. Like you don't get a tape. You got to put on the hat.
Oh yeah.
Us females, when we don't do our lashes, our eyebrows, we got to put on the hat. So it's like
oh man. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all, because oh my God, once I got a messed up tape. That's even worse. Because they got a cut in and messed up. You like way back here. You can't even explain it. You like bed that on. You're in the game. No, in the game. It's a bad hair day, man. Representing bad hair day.
That's not what it is, Frage. Be honest. You seen her and it took you back to the Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson, 1984 joint. That's what it was.
She like Janet, dressed on the black leather on,
But I'm a hat lover too. So if you know me, if I'm anywhere, I'm outside, I'm wearing a hat. So a hat, a t-shirt.
It's Florida. It's the hot as heck outside. I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
I'm in Florida, so I know. But I was young, I had all the time, George. I got older, because I had you had a wave, so I had to match waves, so you can't put a hat on no more. So I can't wear the hat no more. But I had all the time, George. Cover the head, cover across here. That was the thing called the eyes.
See, you ladies are lucky when it comes to hat. What I found out that the brims of the hat, if you keep wearing it, it takes down the sides, and you keep pulling your hair out. So I stopped wearing the hats because I'm trying to keep my hairline crispy. You know what I'm saying? I can't let it go, man. Can't let it go.
Don't even grow it. Everybody grow his hair. It go too much. George, don't just hide, George. It's too much. Right, too much.
Frage, I didn't talk about my hair. I said my hairline. That the rims pull the hairline out. See what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have my stuff all the way back here, Frage. My hairline got to be crispy, son.
Yeah, you just see. You're going to women's side.
Enough about us, Fraser.
It's okay. This is your show. It's okay.
I'm going back over here, George. I'm getting back over his part here. Oh man. So what other projects? I know you got so much doing right now. So I know the wood line, the website. So are you planning on doing anything other than that, like online, online classes, which might be a little easier for you to do because you can record it and you can sell like a party book. There's a new thing coming out, video book now, where you actually do video and writing. So you got a workbook. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I haven't planned anything as of yet. I do have some other projects that I do want to embark in before the year ends, but it's just that right now I'm just thinking about, okay, do I really want to add something else on my plate right now? So it's just right now I'm trying to see if I'm going to be mentally prepared to add anything else on my plate. So if not, I'll just postpone it to next year. But right now I do have a couple of things that I do want to embark in, but I'm just trying to see if I'm mentally prepared to do it. If not, if I don't have a team, then I'm just going to have to wait till next year. If I do have a team, then I'm going to be able to do it before the year ends.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I saw Joe pop into the Matrix thing over here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, something happened to my internet. I apologize. Well, that's good. I mean, look, the thing about books, just to give you a little bit of advice, you just got to take your time with it because you're going to have a lot of people that are going to try to sell you a lot of things and, spend $5,000 and I'll do this and I'll do that, spend $28,000 and I'll do this and I'll do that. But you have to be able to promote your work to where you're comfortable. And if you understand that it takes time, like for instance, everybody will say, on average, you're only selling 2 books a month. Okay, that's fine. Then they'll say, well, why don't you do 200 books a month? But it's cost $10,000 to do that. If you take your time and just get to where you want to go, okay, eventually you'll get to that 200 because the product that you're offering and the experiences that you have are more genuine than just throwing it out there. Because the thing about a lot of people in those systems selling you that offering for marketing books is they have to just get their money and move on to the next thing. You see what I mean? It's not that long term, whereas you're always the one stuck with the book. So at the end of the whole thing, you just have to if you're comfortable taking baby steps, keep taking your baby steps until your system works for you, because the work of the book will actually work for itself. And the thing about that I like about books is the fact that it could be now or it could be 10 years from now. There's something going to be valuable in that book that's going to help somebody from now until 10 years from now. Somebody 10 years from now is going to pick up that book and be like, this book saved my life. You know what I mean? And you're going to continue to get those kind of feedbacks from that because it's the value is in the work. So don't stress yourself out about it. I know a book launch is supposed to be everything, and that's where you get your best pump. But, there's books on Amazon that are still selling 10 years, that published 10 years ago that are still selling. So, don't get overwhelmed with it because I got taken like that too for a couple thousands of dollars, when it comes to my books. Oh yeah.
So. But you find too that's really pick out a lot of sales to help you out. TikTok, believe it or not, has improved a lot of people's sales with books, any product. Because believe it or not, you get more followers on TikTok faster than you would on Instagram. We add music underneath the book. You add a certain information of music underneath the book, or you do a voiceover with a quote out your book and put it on TikTok, add music there underneath it, and use that as promotion on TikTok and on Instagram because it's short and to the point. People want to read that particular patches, and you put at the bottom, read the whole book. You get the whole patches. And,
right.
And everything a book. And that's one way I do. TikTok does it pretty good for it. There's LinkedIn sometimes pretty good too, because LinkedIn has a lot of professionals on LinkedIn that will actually help you with certain things without for free. Because they just want the exposure to help other people. They have to do a thing for taxes. So they help other people. They lay their services out in order to take right off end of your tax time. Like a lot of help. If you go take George Price Vest too. Certain sites and certain people toward the end of the year, a lot of companies will do a lot of charity work and help market books or anything else that because they can write it off at tax time as a service to give it back.
Right. As a donation.
A donation.
It's definitely all good. Well, listen, we don't want to keep you. We just have one more question for you. Go ahead, Fresh.
No, you, George. You got one more question, George. All of you.
Okay. Good. I appreciate it. But we just have one more question for you. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media and where they can get your book on Amazon.
You can actually follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's Veronique Pierre on Instagram and Facebook. And then on Amazon, if you go to Amazon and type in "The Strongest Woman in the World Is You," you can go ahead and order the book from there.
All right. Well, listen.
T-shirts, don't get T-shirts and
yes, the T-shirts definitely. You can inbox me on Facebook as well as on Instagram, Veronique Pierre, and then you can order your T-shirts from there.
Beautiful.
And I just want to say thank you, guys. This is my second time. I just love your energy. So thank you so much for having me on the show again. Definitely purchase the book. Inbox me for the T-shirt. I'll definitely appreciate your support, and just definitely share my book. So I appreciate that.
Definitely. And we'll try to make your book launching too. We'll try to make your book launching. At least one of us show up.
Yes,
Both of
thank
them.
you.
We're gonna show up.
Thank you.
Oh man.
Thanks for being on the show. We definitely love to have you again.
Always,
Thank
you
you.
family. You always come on the
Thank
show,
you.
help you out.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Have a blessed
Bye
Bye.
one.
bye. Have a
That's
blessed
it
one.
too.
Bye.
Bye bye. That's a love energy, man, George.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So
Say,
anyway, back to our conversation. I mean,
oh yeah.
look,
Mm-hmm.
wait, hold on. Let me finish. Go get that book. Check it out on Amazon. I know that when you're launching a book, like I said, the first couple of weeks of the book launch are very important to the author. But she's good people, man. And look, that
Yeah.
book, I'm sure, has a lot of information in it. So definitely support her. But really quick phrase, let's wrap up this conversation that we started at the beginning of the show.
I got you. But George, tell you the truth though, let's be real, George. If we see him fight an actual, like you said, I'm gonna go with what you said, fight actual boxer. The chance of him winning that fight, even though he so-called won 4-0, whatever, is very small. Because one, if you look at the technique, it's very sloppy. Even though he trained with some people, but I see weaknesses that he would fight like a Pacquiao, or he'll fight like Bronner, even Taiwan, even Tyson will kill this man because he slips a lot of things. He overthrow punches, he wild throw punches, and then short punch. He should show he don't. His body shots are not accurate because they come off of a jab. He sets up with a jab, and you set a jab, you do one side open. Real boxers will see that.
Right.
They will sacrifice. So people understand. Certain boxers, why what they got a jaw for? Because they will make a sacrifice to catch you in a motion or weakness. They'll take a hit, but your hit will be worse than his hit.
Right.
Like knock him through the ropes. He hit him, but by him coming into the punch, his force was more than his. And I'll tell you, sometimes your force momentum can take you a little further than you want to. And that's a prime example of that. Now, if you I'm telling you right here, if those traditional ropes, Joe, you know what I'm talking about. One back in the day, the 2 rope back in the days, right? He'd been in somebody's lap. Looking up.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I feel like, look, and I've said this before, if you're going to do something, go ahead and do it. Okay. He has a 4-0 record, but legitimately, it's not a 4-0 record because he hasn't fought a boxer. Okay. He's an entertainer. And I'm fine with that, like I told you. And I'm going to wrap it up with this. Boxing fight number 5. If he doesn't fight a boxer, then he can just go on and just be an entertainer, YouTuber, fighting whoever it is he wants to fight and make money. I'm fine with that.
Exactly.
But please don't call yourself a boxer when there are boxers out there that are starving, that are looking to get that chance of just showcasing their skills and making money. You see what I mean? Yeah. Then you doing what you want to do and just say, oh, I'm making money. Because look, let me tell you something. Floyd Mayweather is not going to have a big show for the next exhibition that he's done. He's over.
Yeah.
It was after he fought Jake, it was over. People were like, I spent money for this. And with him, it's the same thing. If you want to be a boxer, fight boxers. Cut your teeth on that. Okay. If you want to be an entertainer, I'm fine with that. But don't expect me to come pay boxing money to watch you goof around.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. So.
You're right. I'm saying, and tell me somebody Mayweather. If Mayweather let the man drop, he would have a chance to do another big time show. But by him trying to let this man stay in the ring and go toe to toe with him to spend the money, I guess whatever, kind of hurt him more than help him. You see what I'm saying? Because they on TV tell him like, I felt a little gas, but you don't tell nobody after you should learn from Pacquiao. You don't tell nobody after you get in a fight with the whole distance that you could be tired. Something wrong. You don't tell nobody. You do hey, it was a good fight. I appreciate the effort. He gave me a pretty good one. No, he didn't give him no run. Mayweather catch this man, held this man up, and gave the man a shot. We should let him drop. Well, to me, but see my thing this way. I guess entertainment is different from actual boxing. Because that was the actual boxer, he would have failed. He would have fell on his face. He moving that way out of the way. Oops. Watch him fall to the floor. And walk into the ring, inside the ring, and watch it get counted. 1, 2, 3. That would happen to him. But see, that would take the difference between having that show mentality and a killer boxing mentality. Like you say, he go with a real starving boxer, he'd have failed. Cause that about to knock you out. He's not trying to win money. He's trying to make sure the next fight he get booked because he need to win. One guest we had on the show said he need to win because his last loss counted against him when he tried to go into a different league or a different match. You know what I'm saying? So wins now count more to get in fights now than back in the day. Back in the day, your name got you fights. Oh, I'm Frazier. Like I put my Frazier, let's say Frazier. And people want to fight me because you know what they're about. Joe Frazier, say Joe Frazier. Or
right.
I'm Joe Frazier. So my name would have got me a fight back then. Like George. They thought you George Foreman. They're like, wait, Joe Frazier? They'll go ahead on that. Oh my God. And one guy, before they come ever, George, the guy asked, he said, wait, so is that George Foreman and you Joe Frazier? I'm like, bro, you know old we'll be right now?
Who was trying to do a show, right? Crazy.
They be like, hey George, when that fight we had back in '62?
Oh man, it'll be a miracle. Joe Frazier's passed on. He's resting. It'll be a miracle.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. He was had his style, but I'm just right here though. Something like Lynn Lewis. I'm gonna end this right here. Lynn Lewis was one of the big models in boxing. He good at talking about old era, how he would have knocked everybody in the old era out, right? But when it came down to him fighting George Foreman, he all of a sudden said, I can't box anymore. I don't feel like boxing anymore. I want to go ahead and retire. So, what that sound like you, George? I'm just saying. What that sound like you?
Well, look, I agree with that point. But what I'm saying is Paul has not said that. When they asked Paul who his next opponent was, because the guy who won in the undercard of his show, he only had 4 fights. I'm sorry, it was a 4. He went 4 rounds too. So in boxing, they have those beginner 4 8-round fights that you have to fight. That's mandatory. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You know what he said? He said, you know what he said? And this was cruiserweight. Yeah. He was like, I've been doing this for 18 months, so I'm going on vacation. I'm only 22 years old. A real fighter would have been like, I'm in the gym grinding. I'm getting ready to go back and work on all the stuff that I made a mistake. I'm getting ready to watch this tape, man. I'm getting ready to work on my skill. Yep. He said he's going on vacation.
That's called taking too much on your plate you can't handle, George. Called go over your head.
That's called him bitching up. That's what it's called, because then he had the time to fight a real boxer under the undercard, a real cruiserweight. And then he was like, I'm going on vacation. Come on, man. Please.
George, I know the kid can knock him out right now. I know the little boy probably can knock him out right now. Let me read about a picture.
Look, man, we don't even have to have that conversation because you and myself both know that there are a lot of thorough fights. Like I said, there are some straight killers out there right now at light heavyweight, at cruiserweight. And I know some people that will even come down to a middleweight that would fight this kid. I mean, go up in weight from middleweight to fight this kid to get the opportunities that he's getting in boxing and giving other people that are in boxing. I know people, like I said, straight, you can, man, look, death row killers in boxing that are hungry.
I ain't gonna lie to you, George. I'm gonna say this, George. God rested dead. If Kimbo slices around, I would love to see Kimbo fight him.
He's not fighting Kimbo. Kimbo's a real fighter. He's not fighting Kimbo. Okay, Kimbo been knocking people out in the street. He's not fighting Kimbo. Okay, that's why he went around and he always said, "Oh well, Tyron Woodley's been in combat sports for 20 years." Yes, but his art is wrestling. He's only been doing boxing for MMA. You are touting that you have been boxing for 3 years. So that means that your boxing skill should be up there, better than the guys that are boxing for MMA, because the boxing for MMA, the timing is different and the striking is different because of takedowns and leg kicks, okay? And kicks, period, okay? A boxer literally cannot fight a martial artist. And if I'm lying, go back and watch the tape when Ali did the exhibition in Japan with the Japanese fighter. What did he do? He kept kicking Ali's leg until they had to cut the whole thing off because everybody's like, what's going on? He's like, well, he's boxing. I'm doing martial arts. See what I'm saying? So it can happen. So anyway, man.
But when they do, when you, at one part of this show, when Ali did tag is behind, that's why he thought that nigga almost fell through that rope.
Yeah.
So that's why he thought kicking Ali so much, because he couldn't actually stand toe to toe with him. He had to kick him.
But it was fair. But it was fair. Here's my last point. Okay. When Daniel Cormier challenged him to a fight, Daniel Cormier said, look, I'm old. He said, my back, I got a bad back. He said, but I will lose weight and fight you in MMA. Okay, come all the way down to 205. You know what Jake Paul said?
He don't do
Oh,
MMA.
he don't do MMA. Well, hold on. That's the same thing that you've been doing. You bringing MMA people into boxing, but now you don't want to go into MMA. You got a guy like Conor McGregor you've been calling out, and you and Conor McGregor not even in the same weight class, and McGregor still didn't say, oh, he wouldn't fight you. See what I mean?
Exactly.
It's a joke.
He going by the Pierre fight. Talk, oh, Conor, look, I'll tell you this way. The difference in that fight was Conor came in too excited. If Conor would have calmed down just a little bit, Conor would have won that fight. If you guys look at the tape, Conor would have landed some really good punches, really good kicks. He was scoring really well. It's just that last kick he did, I think when Pierre turned his leg a little bit, he caught bone.
No, it was a little bit more than that. He had something going on with his leg before he came in there because a leg doesn't snap like that. But anyway, long story short, okay, and I'm done with the conversation. If he doesn't fight a boxer in this next fifth fight that he has, he's definitely done with boxing. He can go on and be an entertainer. He can go on and do exhibition fights. But when it comes to boxing, he gets no respect from me. Hey, this is George.
First, he got no respect, period. First, you fought Nate Robinson. Come on, you fought Nate Robinson. Look at people you fought. They be real about it. What respect can you give this man? He's not a boxer. Look here. I would bet an old lady with a wheelchair who boxed 30 years ago to beat Jake Paul. Dead serious. Old lady who ain't boxed 30 years to beat Jake Paul. You know why? Want to tell you why? Because she know how to box. She would knock him. My grandmother, our grandmother would knock him out. When that slap used to get back in days.
Look, the thing about it, what I'm saying is this, okay? To pay that kind of money for boxing, okay, to not watch boxing is heartbreaking. If it's just going to be entertainment, look, they do that in Japan all the time. They call them the crazy shows where you have these huge sumo wrestlers fighting people and people pay for that. Let's say that what that is, because what's happening is not boxing. And I'm just simply talking from a straight combat sports fanatic. It'd be the same thing if it was MMA. It'd be the same thing if it was kickboxing. The same thing, So let's just keep that what it is. Yeah, this is
Forge.
And that was Real Talk with George and Frazier. Y'all have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend, y'all. Peace.